What's up, everybody? The KVN show is back right now. Got good energy because we're doing a little bit better. We're 3-5. We got some juice. Climbing mountains. Just finished the Miami mountain. Looking forward to the Minnesota Vikings mountain. But we're excited that we're going forward. We're pushing forward. We're figuring it out. Got a long way to go. Nothing to get too high on, nothing to get too low on. Ready, just steady climbing. That's where we're at. Steady climbing. A lot of people talking, still good. A lot of fans still talking, still good. We hope to continue to make doubters into believers one game at a time. Anyways, we are going to start with the Miami Dolphins recap. Solid game. Solid game. Got LJ back. Good to see him out there. A little rusty. Glad he admitted it himself to the media that he was a little rusty. And you know what that means? That's pretty scary. If rusty means you balled out the way you did, threw for 4 touchdowns in his home, the king is back. I feel like Lamar Jackson in Florida is what LeBron James is and Steph Curry is. Like, he's that dude. It was awesome to see. I got to give a lot of credit to the Ravens fans. Tua hit it in his press conference that they had a hard time communicating, snap count, all that. Shout out to all the Ravens flock that was down there hooting and hollering and oh during the national anthem. That was good. Appreciate the support. I mean, it was live in there, it was rocking. Every time somebody made a big play or a touchdown, you heard the Ravens flock. Shout out to you guys. We appreciate all the support. Let's keep it rolling. Thank you guys. Anyways, let's get into the nitty gritty part of football. Couple people that I want to shout out in this is we got to start with Big Herb getting a sack. I think it's been 2 years since Big Herb got a sack. Now, did I like Frankenstein that he did? I don't know if I did, but I was glad my boy got a sack and got to celebrate. He looked like Frankenstein. He big, bald, and he's holding it down for the fun bunch for his other counterpart, Michael Pierce, who's retired. He was probably watching with a smile. Shout out to MP. Man, he always seems to make plays. Doesn't matter. He might not be the shortest because he damn is the tallest. Might not be the fastest, but he makes plays. That's what he does. Shout out Big Herb. Other people I'd like to shout out that had great games. Lohi Gilman. Yes, he didn't miss a tackle, but guess what? He caused that forced fumble and he recovered it. You know why? Because that's what he does. He makes plays. And Alohi has brought level of calmness to our defense that we needed. And he's been playing really, really good football. Excited to see how he gets better and better each week. The more comfortable he gets, I believe he's taken stress off Malachi, had him settle into his role a little bit better, and just happy to have Alohi playing good ball and with the Ravens. Good player. I mean, KM, he's everywhere. Dude's a freak. Marlon, strip fumble recovery. Okay, Marlo. And he hit a dance after. I see you, Marlon. I didn't know you had that in you. All I thought is you just bang on your head all the time and let people know you're crazy. But hey, you got a little wiggle. I see you. A shout out to Marlon making a play. Malachi Starks, my boy. Kirby. That's his nickname, Kirby. If he wants to tell you, he'll tell you. But that's my dog. That's my locker buddy. Super proud of him. He's been getting better each and every week. Got a huge pick. I heard Harbaugh. That's one of the reasons why we drafted him. He's a ball getter, and he definitely got the ball, and it was awesome to see. Got a little yak too. Got a little yak. And Kaham had a little blindside block. He's probably gonna have to pay a hefty, hefty fine for that. But it's okay because he's got it. Money bags now. But you know, we got to talk about Marlon getting that double move. Grateful for the tripping call. Good job, Mike. Way to sell it, my boy. And Mike got another sack back to back weeks. Man. Then we had King Henry. Didn't start off the way he wanted it, but slowly but surely getting the choo choo train going. I saw, my For You page on Twitter is kind of sometimes exhausting because it's a lot of Ravens stuff sometimes. And I saw this one pop up, and I don't know if he's gonna see this fan, but he's like, we need to have a talk about 22. It was like, we need to have a talk about 22. You're saying he's washed, or I don't know what you're implying, but it's like, come on, fam, what are we doing? Like, can we not? Can we just enjoy a win without hating? Just can't help ourselves, I guess. But hey, King Henry still doing his thing, still picking them knees up down the sideline. His long run, I thought he was going to take it to the house. He was looking fast right there. He still got it. I think Mark Andrews, he had a big game, fourth and goal with the tutty. Then he had another tutty. Charlie Kohler had another tutty. I mean, Charles, since we're getting in the end zone a couple more times, like we got to have a little bit more celebration, not the typical, I need more, Charles. You look like you're still playing for Iowa State and can't celebrate. Like, let's get some juice, bro. I love Charles. Very, very good for a team. You always need to have a Charles on your team. He's loud and obnoxious, and I love being teammates with him. And he's a great player. He's going to get paid this offseason, free agency or with the Ravens. Who knows? But he can do it all. He was my most improved player during camp. I thought he was the MVP of the offense. I really thought he had a good camp. So it's good to see him get the rewards and benefits of his hard work scoring TDs. Another person that you got to give love to, too, that's just been battling, slowly showing up to is Isaiah Likely coming back from that foot. Seeing him get the rock a couple times, you could see the fluidity and how he moves. Like, you just got to keep stacking, keep building. Keaton and Justice got some touches, did their things for a little bit. Zay did his thing for a little bit. Defense, stopping the run, doing our thing a little bit. So you could just see the arrow is pointing up. And, we're 3-5. We just got to keep it pointing up. We got a huge opponent next week on the road. We're going to be watching that game against the Lions that they have this weekend, see what they look like. But man, just grateful to get a win in Lamar, Florida. And it was awesome to see LeJounte and Zay, all their families cheering. It was dope. I love that. I love when you see family, like a bunch of family members hooting and hollering for their people. I love that. That's what it's all about. That's who you perform for. And so it was fun to put on for all the family members down there in Florida representing us. Let's go. One of the things that we got to talk about is in the game, I drew the lineman off a little bit early and he false started. And I feel like I just timed it up. I felt like I had the snap cat down with what I saw during the film session breakdown. I had a lot of good get offs, a lot of opportunities to get after Tua. I don't know if I got logged for any pressures, but it's kind of crazy because um, I almost had a sack, and I saw a fan say that I got my ankles broken, but I didn't. I actually got pushed in the back. But on that offsides, snap count. Felt like I had it. I kind of moved a little bit early, but I was not in the neutral zone. He just moved and reacted to it, and he jumped off sides first, which is awesome. I felt like they missed a lot during the game, but they got that one, and then the kicker missed the field goal. So it looks like because I drew that penalty, he missed the field goal. He just was like, it's a lot of pressure, and dink, nope. No good. We'll take it. What else did I like in the game? What else popped up? The tripping call. Wow, that was crazy. We'll take it though. It did look like he like put his foot up, but like I guess it's one of those calls where if it's made for you, you're like, yeah. But if it's made against you, I can understand that a little bit. I really could. That would hurt my heart and my soul. So great double move by Waddle. Oh my gosh. That was crazy. I think that would have got everyone. I saw someone else say Malachi needs to get in the weight room because he didn't get the ball out. Like, it's like, hey, he gets paid. He made a hell of a catch. Plus, he got smacked. Like, that's tough. But hey, get in the weight room, Kirby. And a couple other plays that I liked. I really liked the Mark Andrews second touchdown, the crossers, the opponents running into each other. I thought that was dope. They scored on it. It looked like the same play from the previous week from Charlie Kohler. That was dope. And then a big play, I know I mentioned it early, was Alohi's strip fumble where got, kind of crossed a little bit, turned a little bit, but he didn't give up on the play, got back in there, faked the ball out, picked it up, and got a little jiggy with it. Should have gotten the end zone. Anytime you get a chance and you get the ball in your hands, you got to score no matter what. No excuses. That's our standard. You got to score. And so That was a huge play, turning point in the game very early. Awesome to get on the board that quickly, but those were kind of the plays that stuck out to me. A lot of people have been asking me about is the turnover after the bye week. What does that look like? And I use turnover because that's been very, very helpful for us is the turnovers that we've gotten in each game. Those have been huge for us each week. And we hope to just continue to get more of those because when you get turnovers, that helps you out tremendously. We see a lot of the teams around the league, the top defenses, they get a lot of turnovers. And, we just want to get better each and every time we step on the football field. And I think you're seeing that progression. Let's turn it over to predictions for this weekend because this is coming out before the games. Bears, Bengals, right? We got to go Bears because Bengals are in our division. Vikings, Lions. I don't really care who wins this game, but I think the Lions will. Panthers, Packers. I'm going to go with Packers. Broncos, Texans. I think this is going to be one of the games of the weekend. I think both these teams are talented. It's just which Broncos offense is going to show up, which Houston Texans offense is going to show up because both these defenses are like that and both show up. Give me the Broncos. Falcons, Patriots. I think the Patriots are going to win, but I let's pick the Falcons just for the upset. But I'm not like high on that. Niners, Giants. This is going to be a competitive game. Let's go with Mac Jones still quarterbacking. So let's go the Niners. Why not? Colts, Steelers. Ooh, tough game for both these teams. Both are very competitive teams. Let's go with Colts. Chargers, Titans, Chargers. Saints, Rams, Rams. Jaguars, Raiders. Let's go Jags. Chiefs, Bills. Ooh, another good game. Rivalry, it seems like they play. It seems like every other week in the NFL, it seems like. But I think the Chiefs are the team to beat right now. I'm going to go with the Chiefs. Seahawks, Commanders. I'm taking the Seahawks. Cardinals, Cowboys. I'm taking the Cowboys. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. All right, moving on. 2 minute drill. Let's make this 2 minutes. Here we go. Ready, set, go. Going back to Miami, what was that like? It was actually a good experience for me. I think the time before I was a little bit bitter, to be honest. I was. This time I was not so bitter at all, actually. Not bitter at all. No hard feelings. Awesome to see a lot of people that are still there that I know. Awesome to see Tua, Zach Sealer, my old teammates. Proud of both of them and what they have done and become as men. Pumped for them and their families growing. It's awesome. Loved seeing Kyle Johnston and Troy. Those two are in the training room, and I have a love for those two for a lot of many reasons, but the big ones because I had a hard time when I was in Miami with injuries. I was with them every day since I broke my hand to when I went in the hospital to different things like that, and they were there every step of the way, and they took care of me, and I'll forever be grateful for them because they were first class, and I appreciate their friendship and all the hours and time spent taking care of me and answering my phone calls and just getting me to appointments. Man, I'll never forget those two for all they did for me and my family. So, yeah. Midseason MVP. I'm actually going with Jonathan Taylor. I really think he's been the MVP. He's been rocking with the Colts. What are you watching this weekend? I'm going to be watching the Lions Vikings game a lot. I'm going to be watching the Steelers Bengals. Of course, they're in the conference and then see what happens in that Buffalo Kansas City game. Quick thoughts about the Vikings. Quick thoughts. They have turnovers, they get them on bunches for defense. Offensively, run game. Really good when they get going because they marry up the play action and run game. I feel like they've had, injuries in tough spots. Quarterback JJ McCarthy injured. Gink has been injured. Darisaw has been injured. So guys have been in and out of the lineup. So they've been doing whatever they can with Carson Wentz and trying to figure it out. I still think they have a question mark trying to figure out identities and who they are as a team, but they are very competitive, very good. Justin Jefferson, obviously, baller. Addison, baller. Hawkinson, baller. They have ballers at a lot of position. Grenard, baller. Hargraves, baller. I mean, they got a lot of them. Harrison Smith, baller. Got a lot of them. Halloween advice for dads. Go out there and carry the bags. I almost said loads, but carry the bags. do that for your kids. Be there for your kids. Enjoy your kids. Shout out all the dads out there. Let's not put kids in the hurry. Let's have them have their moment. If they want to stay up a little bit later tonight, let that happen. Enjoy that. Mount Rushmore of Halloween candy. Reese's, Nerds, the suckers, the green caramel suckers, and any of the big when you went to the rich neighborhoods and they had the big candy bars. I'm all about that. I think that's it for the show today. Actually, hold on. We gotta shout out them BYU Cougars real quick, baby. Undefeated still. We're on a bye week this week, but hey, Texas Tech, Red Raiders, Danny Amendola, we coming, baby. Patrick Mahomes. We coming. We come from Texas Tech and that billionaire and his ballers that he's got at Texas Tech. They're a very good football team. Very, very well coached, very good, well built on the NIL sale, top down, very competitive group. We need to get healthy, so this bye week came out a great time. But one thing I need Brigham to do is come out hot. We've been coming out week after bye weeks. We can't do that, especially a team of this caliber. I believe College Game Day is going to be there. So shout out Pat and all them boys. Hold it down. Hopefully you pick Brigham Young for the dub. So shout out to Brigham. And I'm excited for y'all to watch up this week's of Mic'd Up with the Ravens. Your boy was mic'd up. You know, I feel like I was being a dad out there, just talking, having a good time, enjoying it, and love y'all. I appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. Subscribe, comment, like. Peace out. Love you. Mwah. Yeah.